You're ready to go. Outstand is your foe. Give your all or you'll fall. Now let's begin the show. A big old Texas howdy to all of you. This is Mercury Wings bringing you week 4 of the Blue Moon Tournament. This match is going to feature Buster on your left side of the view and Saito on your right. So let's go ahead and get into action. Buster wasting no time choosing his chips. Saito taking some time. That's fine. Once you choose your chips, you're stuck with them. We see an element from Saito and Buster countering with a fast gauge. Definitely see no beat on Buster's side. Fast gauge is on both sides. And a full cust from Saito. Buster going to cycle some chips, but he's going to go ahead and keep his hand. Both players going into Dust Cross. Saito, I'm sure, did some cycling on his own end as well. Choosing his chips carefully. We see some Buster Wars going on. There's Judgman to take out the first barrier, and air grab coming down from Buster. A trap going up for Saito. And Buster appears to be digging for something very particular. Digging for Bug Thunder, it looks like. Saito going into Dust Beast. The Tangle Man going to get countered by the Killer Man. It's also going to take out the trap. But the Tangle Man is going to deal some damage to Buster and take out that barrier. Buster opting for damage with the fire instead of the freeze with the Aqua and the Element Man. Turn ends with Buster in a bubble. We will see if he decides to cross cancel, and if so, what he decides to cross cancel into. No cross cancel from Buster. There's the Dog Thunder with the white cap attached to it. And there's a Killer Man, which is unfortunately for Buster going to be countered by the Invis, which is not going to do anything for him. Now Buster's going to go into slow gauge to allow him to use that Bug Thunder that he's used on himself, and with the area advantage, and with Saito going into Aqua Cross, this could be quite potent for Buster. Saito dumping his entire hand to no effect there. Buster in complete area control, leaving Saito with no room whatsoever to dodge the Bug Thunder, with no offense to get through the life bar either. This is an excellent turn for Buster. The exact opposite excellent for Saito. Now it looks like Buster is going for an object on the back row as well. And he's going to land the paralysis from the Bug Thunder, and he's going to get the object in the back row exactly as he wants. And furthermore, the Bubble Wrap, not doing Saito any favors, as the Bug Thunder is electric element, and that is going to put an end to Saito and bring Buster the victory for the first game. Buster up 1-0. And this will take us to game 2. Buster going into Dust Cross, as is Saito. Buster winning the whole Dust Cross race once again. Saito going into full cust. And one thing I do want to mention that I didn't quite get to before is in this particular Gauge War scenario, when you know both you and your opponent are using the same gauge, it could sometimes be prudent to not use your gauge for its quote-unquote intended use, but to go ahead and ship charge it instead. That way you get to use yours for damage. Your opponent uses theirs to enact the effect that you wanted anyway, so you get a tiny little advantage out of that. Of course, this situation is slightly different because Buster does also have a slow gauge. I was unfortunately not paying close attention. I'm not sure whether or not Saito held his fast gauge, but because if he'd held his fast gauge, he'd be able to counter slow when it came time for Buster to put it up, but we don't know if that's the case or not. Regardless, Buster putting the lockdown on most of Saito's turn there, not putting on a crippling amount of damage, and both HP counts still looking quite high. Tengu Cross coming out to take out that R. He's going to lose it immediately from the Tomahawk swing. And the Element Man is not going to connect. Buster's going to counter the invis in time, and then fire back his own Element Man, which will connect and change the field to grass. And he's going to follow up with roll as well, just to get back that little bit of health. Double point coming from Saito. We're not sure what he's going to follow up with, but generally when your opponent uses double point, it is something that you want to avoid at all costs. With Saito using the Grab Revenge, I'm not sure if that double point he used will still be applying to the next chip he uses. I kind of think not, though. We will see the next time Saito goes to use an offensive chip. I really don't think it will, though. And we've got Bug Thunders going off in both directions. I think this is the first time I've ever seen two players using Bug Thunder on each other, and the first thing that comes to mind is all the Bug Thunders look the same. I mean, granted, the ones in your area probably belong to the opponent, and the ones in the opponent's area probably belong to you, but there are sometimes where you have Bug Thunders in your opponent's area that are coming toward yours, so I can just imagine it's a slight pain to try to figure out whose Bug Thunders are whose here. Tengu Man going to take out Buster's Life Bar. Buster with the area advantage now has the Bug Thunder war turning in his favor as well. Able to use Fanfare Invincibility to just walk into Saito's Bug Thunders and remove them from play. And we see several advantages piling up, and all of them in favor of Buster right now. We have another one showing up in the chip of Sanctuary. Dark Thunder's going to take out both the Fanfare and the Flesh Bomb though. And Saito is indeed going to use Fast Gauge to counter Buster's Slow Gauge. That's probably going to make Bug Thunder less of an issue, or at least it would if either Saito or Buster were doing something major otherwise. But there's the Judgment and the Wind Rat going to push Buster out of Saito's area. You have some polar panels on both sides. Now the area in favor of Saito. Buster ready for that with the Grab Revenge though. He has the bubble wrap on his custom screen. For clear reasons, he does not want to be using that. Trap going up for Saito. And it looks like both Buster and Saito are content to not go to the custom screen. It doesn't look like Saito's going to have many chips in reserve either. So we're seeing both players content to just fire off Bug Thunders at each other. Dolph Thunder is not going to connect. And once again, watch those Thunders dance. I'm saying watch those Thunders dance. Watch those players dance, and the dancing is no more. Dance is over. Music has stopped. Buster has won 2 games to nothing. Well played, Buster. Well played, Saito. And viewers, I do thank you for watching. Mercury Wings over and out.